welcome to what's the podcast called?
Villa Pride Podcast.
Villa Pride Podcast. I'm Dad, also David. This is my lad, Harry.
Hello, and today we're going to be talking you through the big news at Villa Park and the Villa lineup and stuff like that against Arsenal. So, Dad, do you want to kick off?
No, I'm not going to kick off with you, Harry.
Okay.
Against the law, mate.
Okay.
Great news that Martinez has signed
Yeah.
a new 4-year deal, isn't it? Takes him to 2029.
Yeah, it's going to be strong for us, isn't it, in the next 2 years, and especially against these big clubs coming up in the Champions League.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years out of the 4 years.
What do you mean?
It's a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
He's only going to be good for half of it.
No. Yeah, sure. I don't know, he might have a downfall.
What's your first memory of Martinez?
Oh. First memory.
Yeah, of Emmy Martinez.
Oh.
Shall I tell you what mine is?
Yeah,
His
go on.
first game saving a penalty.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Sign of things to come, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah.
I think it might have been I can't remember who that was against.
I think mine was that 7-2 win. Pulled off some epic saves, didn't he? The one against Salah was just mad.
My best memory,
Best.
nearly every penalty shootout and penalty has been his face, but my favourite was Bruno Fernandes when he danced in front of the Stratford end.
He did that in the World Cup as well.
Very, very funny.
Yeah.
I think he's fantastic. And the 2 saves last year when we were playing Man City, quick double save in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Dominated that game, didn't we?
I mean, he's no Nigel Spink.
No.
He's better. I think he's better than Nigel Spink. Nigel Spink was a really good goalkeeper for us, but Emi Martinez is
another
the
level.
best.
Another level.
The
Golden
best I've
Glove winner.
seen.
Golden Glove winner.
Yeah,
And a
he's
World Cup
fantastic. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
Yeah.
And he did it in a new club shop as well.
Yeah, he did with his son. His son was there in the photo.
I presume that was his wife, was it?
What do you mean?
Well, I think his wife was there as well.
Yeah, but anyway, carry on.
So, so that was good. And we had a good win last week against
We did.
West Ham.
I didn't expect that.
I thought we'd lose that.
Yeah, we've not won there for good things 10 years. I think it was in 2011. We haven't won there at that stadium.
That's why. Well, and maybe a draw I thought we'd get.
Yeah.
We went, it was soulless. That ground is soulless,
Yeah.
wasn't it, when we went? It was so far away.
No atmosphere. You're like 30 metres away from the pitch and it's just, yeah, no atmosphere.
No.
Except from the bubbles are good.
They, oh, sure. They were, they're going to be pretty good though, West Ham this year. I think that's a really good
think?
away win. Yeah, I think they've bought some really good players. And that lad on the wing against us who did the Rabona.
What a cross that was.
He looked like a good player.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a penalty?
No.
Do you think if you were playing on a Saturday morning and somebody had done that to you, you'd be screaming for a penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I thought it was clumsy. He did get the ball, but I don't think that you have to. I think you've got to make a better attempt at a tackle than that.
But I do and I don't like the new rule where VAR are if it's not a horrendous referee mistake, they're gonna give the ref a benefit of the doubt. So I'm not sure if I like that or not yet.
Well, you'll like it when a decision goes for you, and you won't like it when a decision goes against you.
Yeah, basically didn't like VAR last season, but when it went in our favour, I loved it. Yeah. So.
Speaking of errors by officials, what about that goal by Palace?
Didn't see it.
Oh, he scored a fantastic goal, but the referee's blown his whistle a split second too early for a foul in the box.
What?
Pushing and shoving, ridiculous. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I thought, speaking of Palace, I thought Palace were going to be really good this season, but.
Yeah.
They're losing players. I'd be feeling a little bit.
Elise's gone to Munich.
Yeah, they were good towards the end of last season.
Yeah, fire in them.
What?
There was fire in them last season at the end of them.
There was fire in them. Okay.
Anyway, Philippe Mateta was supposed to come to us at the back end of last week, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't think we need anybody up front now or in attack.
No, if
I
Duran
think-
stays,
I think we've got Duran, who looks like
he's a beast.
he's staying at one of the claret and blue clubs.
Yeah. He not sure whether the pointing down to the ground when he scored at the Irons.
No, he's definitely staying because he
but-
was celebrating a goal in front of the Villa fans.
That's just
I
a
didn't
bit of
think
a joke. Just having a bit of a joke.
I mean, it wasn't that confusing, was it?
No, but it could have been.
Onana was good.
Onana looks amazing. Good in the air, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
in there.
he's good in the air.
The last player I remember being that tall playing for us, I thought was terrible in the air, but he ended up
Wesley.
but he ended up scoring more Premier League headers than anybody else
Who? Crouch.
ever. Crouch.
Yeah.
I thought when he came to Villa, he was pretty poor in the air. Shows you what I know. Mind you, I was screaming at Duran to do better just before he scored, wasn't I?
Yeah, you did. You saying this player has no flair. He doesn't look professional at all when he kicks it, and then he goes and scores a couple of seconds later.
Yeah, I did that deliberately to tempt fate. Did it deliberately.
Sure.
But the fact that we can bring on players like Ramsey
Yeah.
and Maddison.
When we get on to the lineups later, I'll see what I can do to fit him in.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, Ramsey or
Ramsey and Maatsen.
Maddison? Yeah, they were excellent, weren't they?
Matson's touch to set up the assist for Ramsey was class. Good goal altogether, really.
It was so nice to see Torres putting the ball through as well for that second goal. I love that guy.
He's a good passer.
How do you think we'll get on against Arsenal?
At home, so we've got the crowd behind us, but
Oh, speaking of being at home,
Yep.
sorry, before you answer, there's going to be, I think, safe standing in the Holt,
is that?
and I think there's going to be a few more seats,
That's good to see.
so it should be slightly more people in there. This,
More attendance.
yeah.
Yeah. Get 43,000 just there.
It would have been nice to have the north stand halfway down and been rebuilt, but
Yeah.
I
I
can
don't
see.
think that's going to happen anymore for FFP.
I wouldn't do it.
Would you
I
not?
wouldn't do it. Well, we've got Champions League. We want a full ground, don't we? Want a full
Yeah.
ground for the first season, but I would do it in the next couple of years. Definitely it needs doing because that place has been rubbish for a long time. I can't sit down in that stand.
Why?
There's no leg room.
No. I've never sat in that ground just to say.
You
Yeah.
you have.
No, I haven't.
You have.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I've took you down there.
Yeah, but I've not have a season there, have I?
No,
No. We sit in the Trinity and just by the.
we don't.
Yes, we do.
We sit in the Trinity Road stand.
Trinity Road stand, same thing.
It's not an end.
Anyway, we're see where the players come out, we're just to the left of there. If you want to give us a wave, you can. Yeah.
I thought you were going to put your Villa top on.
I was supposed to, but it's in the
I
washing.
like that we're both wearing Nike.
Yeah.
Mum needs to sort the washing out probably.
Yeah, Mum needs to sort the washing out.
So going on to Arsenal then. First home game of the season's always exciting.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
What are you gonna give it
What do you mean?
score wise?
Prediction?
Yeah.
I think we'll win.
You do.
When was the last time Arsenal beat us? Couple of years
22
ago.
season.
A couple of years
I
ago.
think so.
I think
Did
we'll
the
win.
double over them last
I think we win. I mean, it won't be straightforward. Did we the last time I remember us losing to them was when Emi Martinez
Martinez.
had a little bit of a rush of blood to the head and went up for a corner, didn't he? And they scored on the break. Was that
4-2.
4-2?
4-2.
4-1, 4-2.
Yeah.
That might be the last time they beat us, but I fancy us to. I think we're better than that.
2-1. Fancy 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. I'd go along with that. Saka looked really good on Saturday or Sunday, whenever they played last weekend.
I think it's going to be 2-2.
I think Odegaard could be one of the best players in the league again this year.
Thought it was
You think it's be 2-1?
2-2.
2-2. Do you?
I think Watkins will get one goal with an assist to Ramsey. Ramsey coming on. No, Ramsey's going to start.
Hang on a minute then. So
Ramsey's going to start.
before we go into the lineups, who
Yeah.
from their lineup would you have in the Villa team ahead of who? I'd have
Odegaard.
instead of.
Actually, no, wait, hold on, let me think. Yeah, I think I'd have Odegaard for Tielemans, even though Tielemans has been world class recently.
Yeah.
And I'd probably go Saka for Bailey. Yeah. But then again, I wouldn't want Bailey out of my team.
So you wouldn't have Rice instead of Onana?
No.
Wouldn't you?
No.
Okay, I think I would.
You would?
I'd have Ben White.
Ben White for who? Cash.
Yeah.
No, because I think we're gonna. It's not. We'll get into signing players later.
Well, no, we're talking about this week's team.
Yeah, I know, but I was gonna say a player we can bring in.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So you think that?
Ben White wouldn't get in our team if we signed this player.
Okay, but Ben White would get in our team.
At the moment.
Is he playing the same side as Cash?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely gets in the team on Saturday then for me.
Mm.
Other than
Unless we
that,
sign.
so I would have Rice, Odegaard and White. Saliba's a class player, but we've got
Pal Torres and Konza.
we've got two class centre halves, so we're all right for.
I think
for
Konza's
centre
good
half.
enough.
I think Zinchenko. I don't think he's as good as Maatsen or Dean. To be honest,
Dean.
I thought Luca Dean was really good on the weekend.
Yeah, he's kept back Moreno. So he's been in before Moreno. We brought Moreno in to try and upgrade that position, but he's kept him off now.
Well, Moreno's gone to Forest on loan, which is good for him. I hope he does really well there. Forest fans, well, if he stays fit, we'll absolutely love him because he's great for us.
Yeah.
But not quite the same player after he came back from injury, unfortunately.
So no, because he looked like he was going to be really good at the start of last season.
Yeah, he did. So yeah, I'd take those 3 or 4 players in, but I think Villa will win, and I think you're going for a 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
I think Villa will win 2-1.
I think there's going to be a late winner in there for Duran again. No, late equaliser for Duran again. Yeah.
You don't think for 1 minute that he'd start Duran instead of Watkins, do you? No,
I don't think so. I think Watkins is going to stay in front.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think he'll give anyone their debuts?
Debut, Maatsen.
Full debut, do you? Instead of Dean?
Yep. That layoff though he did to Ramsey, I know I said it earlier, but it's just class, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't think he'll change that side. He might.
If he's going to change one player, I think it'll be Maatsen.
I think if he could change anybody, he'd change Cash out, but he can't put Konza at right back because I don't think Carlos is quite the man. And we haven't
He played so well though against them at the Emirates, didn't he?
I think it'll be unchanged.
You do. And also, if we are going to change another player, I'd put Ramsey in for Ramsey on the left. Who played on the left? Who played on the left on Sunday?
Well, you would have to get rid of. What are you going to get rid of McGinn?
Yeah.
Why? You're going to drop the
captain.
You're going to drop the captain for Ramsey.
It's not. Yeah, I'm going to drop the captain for Ramsey on the left, and then Rodgers through the middle.
Rodgers through the middle. We all agree on that.
Yeah.
You're really. It's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
To have Ramsey on the bench. Nobody knows how Buendia will be.
No.
No, he's come back from injury.
I think Barkley might have a chance at the weekend.
Again, ahead of who?
No, coming on as a sub.
If we're 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go, I'd bring Ross Barkley on just to firm it up a little bit.
Yeah, even if we're losing, I think he'll come on and do something.
I think if we're losing, they'll bring on Ramsey.
No, no big tip. He can bring him off for Rodgers, can't he?
Why would you take one of your best attacking players off when you need a goal? I
It's hard.
I think it's really hard. And the great thing is with the lineup that they've got now and the squad that they've got is they can just keep replacing and rotating players,
Yeah.
and there shouldn't be any real drop off in quality. And when Boubacar Kamara comes back as well, if he's the same player he was when he got injured, he'll be. He might struggle to get back in the team initially. It'll take time.
It's good to have because now we have. I could just rattle off a whole Champions League team now. Not necessarily the best starting lineup we have, but just so we don't get players tired. And so we could have. Well, we'd probably keep Martinez in goal, and then we'd have Carlos in if Konza and Pau still the same though. And we can have Maatsen on the left, and we can have Cash on the right. I know at the back.
You would have Cash on the back. Cash on, would you?
On the right.
Yeah.
But at the back, you don't necessarily need to mix it up as much because, and then in midfield you could have Buendia, you could have McGinn, and you could have Ross Barkley, and up top you could have Duran because we all know how good he is at the moment.
Are you suggesting that you wouldn't start Watkins?
No, well, if it's group stage. Well, no, we don't have group stage anymore, do we? With leagues.
I don't think you rest players for Champions League.
You don't?
No.
You rest players for league. Who do you rest then? What for? Do you rest players for the Champions League and have a good Premier League team?
Well, you do it for the League Cup, don't you?
Yeah.
What's the Milk Cup called now?
Carabao Cup, innit?
I don't even know what Carabao is.
It's like an energy drink.
I think it's an animal.
No, it's an energy drink you can have. It's like Red Bull. Yeah.
You do it for that. You do it for the FA Cup. You might. The big teams put out slightly weakened team. Starting 11s against the bottom three.
Yeah, like City always. They don't necessarily have a worse team. They just have. Yeah.
But if you put Ramsey on instead of, I don't think you put him on instead of McGinn.
You see, what's good about that is our bench. It's not worse and it's not better. They're all equal, which is a good thing to have. So you don't know whether to put some like McGinn on for Ramsey or vice versa. So that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's brilliant. What they need is some centre halves.
Yeah, I think. Who I think we should sign? That Chalobah from Chelsea.
Chalobah.
Chalobah.
Do you? Why?
Because I think that maybe. I think Cash might not be our standards for the later periods of this season.
So you would start. I mean, is Philogene going to get a game?
I think he might. I think he might come on quite a bit, like he did against West Ham. He came on for Bailey at the end of it. I don't think Bailey looked as sharp as he did last season, but that might just be through the pre-season and just start the season, not getting into it as quick as others. But yeah,
I thought he looked pretty good on Saturday.
I think he should have buried that not sort of open goal, but tight angle.
I thought that was really good defending.
Yeah, I didn't think he got a touch on it.
Yeah, but he got in the way, didn't he? Was it the lad who they bought from Wolves? What's his name? Was it Kilman?
Kilman, yeah.
Was it Kilman? I thought he did really well to get back for that because I don't think Bailey should have hit the target, but if he'd have hit the target, Kilman would have blocked it anyway.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I thought that McGinn's effort that just went past the post.
Yeah.
He had quite a lot of goal to hit. He went for a subtle placement.
Yeah.
I think if he'd have put his laces through it,
you might have
gone in.
That Rodgers, I think Rodgers has sort of caught the end of his boot, but that was such a good run. That's his sort of trademark run, isn't it? Just through the middle, chasing all these players away, and then finishing off normally, but couldn't do that.
Well, I rather fancy that Odegaard will have a good game against us because I think
Yeah.
it's fantastic. But they have got fragility, and I think we're a really good team. The crowd will be so up for it on Saturday. It's going to be really exciting.
All of us
isn't it?
will, won't they? Even on TV.
Have you downloaded your app thing in your
What,
wallet?
for the card? Yeah.
Do
It's
you
all
know-
sorted.
Do you know why they're doing that?
Why?
So that it can track what time you get into the ground. Things like what time do you get into the ground? What are you doing when you're in the ground? How long do you spend before you go down to your seat to work out what they can do to sell things to you and what they can do to manage the traffic situation, etc.
Do you know what I still have in my wallet? You know, we went to this, you know, the Olympiacos game. I still have the ticket from that in my wallet.
I don't think it'll be valid again.
It won't be valid, but I still have it in my wallet just for.
Yeah, well, that's how Villa gets you. I've still got all my programmes from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I've got one up in my room at the moment.
Anytime I hear 6-2, I always think of Villa v Everton. Every tennis match I watch that ends up 6-2 in the first set, I just think of Gordon Cowns hitting the back of the net from an angle in 1989.
Whenever there's a 7-2, I think of the Liverpool game. That was mad.
You don't get 7-2 in tennis.
No, just kidding. Anything.
Sure.
I don't watch tennis as much as he does. He used to play tennis.
How's your pre-season going, Harry?
My pre-season, we've not started yet.
When did your first game?
First game's in a couple of weeks, I think, because our season starts. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks after the Premier League starts. But
can I suggest something
yes,
to you
can.
then? Perhaps you should start working out in the garden and making, putting a few things away, tidying up.
Putting a few things
Maybe
away.
go for a run, take the dogs out for a walk, do the dishwasher, that sort of thing. That'd be a good
Dishwasher
pre-season.
won't help.
You definitely will. Stretching and putting things away.
We went to the Alps and that was a good workout.
No.
Yes, it was.
You need to do more. Get your pre-season sorted out, Sam.
Fitness.
Okay, I think that's about it for us. We'll be
it?
back. Well, have you got anything more to add?
No.
So it is.
Except from up the Villa.
Thanks for that, Harry. So we'll be back after the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
To see my prediction come true. At least 2-1 Villa.
At least I hope so, but I don't think that will happen.
At least 2-1 Villa. I think it
least.
means so much to Emery, and I'd love to see Arteta explain why he can't beat Villa in front of the TV cameras.
Couldn't last season. Couldn't.
No, well, it's probably bedding in for the season or bad officiating. Be something like that. All right.
Yeah.
Good. I think that's it for us. See you in a couple of days. Thanks for watching, and up the Villa.
Bye.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
No, I'll be there. that day.